Joyce Quaweay, 24, lived in Pennsylvania. She was a mother of two. She resided with her boyfriend, Aaron Wright, 42, and his best friend, Marquez Robinson, 41, along with his living girlfriend who shared children as well. It was a household with children ranging from the ages of 10 months old to 10 years old. Joyce worked for SPEN, a nonprofit where she provided support for women with intellectual disabilities. The two men were best friends, both head of household. They were both controlling, and they both served as Temple police officers. Aaron Wright had joined Temple Police Force in 1989, but he was forced to resign in 2012 and still kept ties with the union. Temple spokesperson declined to discuss Wright's resignation. Marquez Robinson in 2006 was fired after being charged with murder. Torture was created in his home daily, where the women and girls were degraded in the homemade torture chamber on Green Street for not following the household rules. On the day of July 29, 2016, Joyce had cleared the dishes and placed them in the sink, not putting the napkin in the trash first. This infuriated Wright. I believe he had problems with Joyce before. I believe she was strong-willed, thought, and did for herself. And he had issues with that. He wanted to break her for not obeying and listening to him. In one way or another, Joyce was going to obey him. She kept this violence a secret from so many. She hadn't told her mother, her best friend, no one. She was standing in this on her own. He asked his housemate and best friend, and I wonder what else he was, to write, to help Joyce submit to him. With the children in the home and Robinson's girlfriend out of the area at the time, Joyce was made to undress, lay on the weight bench, face down, which she did. She was handcuffed and her ankles in restraints. They began hitting her and holding her down, taking turns hitting and holding her with the police baton and their fists. A 10-year-old that had witnessed this said that the men, Wright and Robinson, were holding the batons way above their head and coming down with such force and striking Joyce with it. She screamed and she screamed, but they wouldn't stop. Joyce had bruises from her neck to her ankles from this abuse. She would die of heart failure. Her heart was working so hard through the panic that she would collapse. While Robinson's girlfriend came in and witnessed the violence, she called the police. Allegedly, some articles did state that the men tried to administer CPR, but Joyce was dead. Aaron Robinson fled but later came back, where he was arrested. The 10-year-old girl, now 12, she would testify. She'd seen both women being beaten at different times in the home. The 10-year-old girl had been beaten in the same exact way by the men. Jackie Wee of Providence, Rhode Island, is Joyce's mother. During an impact statement, she asked Ryan Wright, "How could you make her suffer so much?" He put his head down. "How could you be so evil to take my daughter away?" We had visited in that same home 2 weeks before her daughter had died. She had not told her mother anything. There was no indication of abuse that was going on. Aaron Wright received 60 to 141 years in prison, and his alleged best friend 55 to 130 years in prison. They were also charged with beating the 10-year-old girl. The president and CEO of SPIN, where Joyce worked, she wanted to raise awareness and understanding about domestic partner violence and the hope that it would help other employees and their families and the communities that we care about. She definitely did a homage to Joyce.